Hello ladies and gents, how's it going today? Hope you're having a good day. I'm definitely having a good day. I was a little bit sick this morning, didn't go into work, but then after I got to feeling better, thankfully in time for my test, because I just got done with my CompTIA A+ certification test. It's an IT certification that I've been training for through some online stuff that CEF provides, and I just finally, right near the end of my time with CEF, got the course finished, the videos and everything for the training finished, and went and took my certification test, and I passed. It requires a 675 out of 900 to pass, and I got a 775, so I think that's like 80% or something like that ish. So about what I was expecting based on my practice tests. So it was about as hard as the practice tests, so that was nice. It wasn't, easier or harder. It was about what I was expecting. So yeah, that'll be really nice with looking into IT jobs and stuff like that, because having that certification is really a useful thing, because that proves that you have the knowledge on top of experience with the last couple years here at CEF. That just adds to the ability of getting a solid job with a little bit higher wages, between the experience and the certification. That'll help too. So yeah, it was really good. But I need to head back to headquarters. I'm out at a community college in St. Charles, near St. Louis. But I need to head back because I still have a couple hours of work that I could do before 4:30. So I'm going to head back there now. Not sure of a better way to celebrate passing score than with coffee. And not just any coffee. This ain't Starbucks coffee. This is good coffee. This is 6 North Cafe. It's a little place in Wentzville that I found. Well, I didn't find it. Back about a month ago-ish. I came by here with some friends. They stopped by to get coffee on the way to an event with the small group that I meet with. And we stopped here instead of Starbucks for coffee, and it's amazing. I mean, Starbucks is good. Honestly, I think Starbucks is good. Not the greatest coffee in the world, but it's good. But this stuff is really good. And so I was like, hey, why not celebrate? Let's get a caramel latte. Latte. Why did I say it that way? I don't know. I'm weird. But caramel lattes are good, and coffee's amazing. So, hey, why not? So I got that, and now, even though I have it mounted and all that, this is distracted driving, so before anyone yells at me even more than they're already going to when they see this, looking at you, Cherish, and probably my mom. I don't know, we'll see. But just so you know, it is on a tripod. I have both my hands. When I'm not showing you that I have both my hands, it's on a tripod thingy, so I'm not being stupid, just slightly stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking so I can focus on driving and staying alive. Bye. Actually, I'm not gonna focus on driving. Well, I'm gonna focus on driving, but I'm gonna talk some. If I don't die first. Just getting over a cough that I had before. Thankfully, running and biking and all that haven't made it worse. I mean, it isn't the most pleasant feeling when I'm actually doing it. Running or cycling or whatever, but afterwards it's not so bad. The job that I had looked into here in St. Louis isn't going to work out. It was out at Bastion Robotics, a place I worked as a temp back in February while I was working on raising support before I got back to headquarters. And that didn't work out. They don't have a place for anyone that doesn't have a degree right now. So I looked into a couple other places. I looked into possibly GM. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because they've got unions and all that mess that you have to work out, and it wouldn't exactly be what I would be interested in doing anyway. I mean, the job position that I would have wouldn't be what I'm interested in doing. Eventually maybe, going there and working as an engineer, sure, that would be great. But working just as a production team member on the line with the conveyor belts and stuff like that, that just wouldn't be quite what I'm interested in. So I've been looking at other jobs around the area. I found a couple that are definitely very, very interesting. One of them is with a place called EPC Incorporated, and basically they're IT asset recovery. Basically, people get rid of their old IT equipment, or when places close down, they close a location, something like that. They go and they get stuff. all the computers, printers, all the IT stuff from that location, and then they refurbish it, make sure it's all in good working order and sell it. And I was looking at requirements, qualifications for that position, and cool thing about it is one of them, just IT experience, another one A+ certification. Hey, I just got that, cool. And I mentioned that in my application that I turned it in yesterday, and I mentioned that today I would be getting my certification, most likely. So I applied for that one, but along with all of the IT related stuff, you also have to have knowledge of eBay and eBay businesses and stuff like that, and how the site works. And I have a lot of experience with that because my mom does a lot with eBay, still does a lot with eBay, and I helped a lot with eBay when I was at home. And so, I have a lot of knowledge of that, and I've even sold some things on eBay since I got here, because it's a really great way to, make a little bit extra money on stuff, that you want to sell. And so that's one place, but another place, and I'm gonna try and see if the application will work tonight. The website was down, or I think what I'm actually gonna do is go into the store, because it's at the Sprint store, a service and repair technician, which I think would be a pretty cool job. A little more hands-on and less on sales. I'm not big on sales, but it would be cool. I probably would have to do some, but it's about phones and technology and stuff, so that's a little bit more up my alley of being able to recommend things and sell things than with, other sales type positions. So if I have to do some sales, it would be fine. But the way they don't really have much of an HR department, at least at the location I'm going to be at. So basically, I can do the application or whatever, but if I go in and be like, hey, I'm going to, turn in an application, and if I talk with the manager, he'll do like a mini interview right there, pretty much, what the one guy was saying, and I very well could be hired on right there on the spot. So we'll see. As long as they pay enough, for me to get an apartment, that might be where I end up. That would be pretty cool. I think I would actually enjoy that. Working on phones and repairing phones and things like that. So that's another thing I'm looking into for this area. I don't know how much more of a job search I want to do in this area. Those are two good options. I also have a couple good options back in Wichita with Integra, where my dad works, testing computer chips and stuff like that. And at Ribbit Computers, a computer repair and IT shop. So, I've got a few good options each place. I would prefer to stay in this area just because, all the people I know in here in St. Louis area and Warrenton and everything, from headquarters people, CEF people, to people at the church I've been going to for the last 2 years, and people at the small group that I'm meeting with on Wednesdays. It's friends that I really am a lot closer to than I have been with, even a lot of my friends back home. I still have some close friends back home, but just like my mom was saying when I talked to her, it's friendships are different when you're really an adult and out on your own. Your friendships are different. You kind of move on a little bit from certain friendships that you had when you were a kid, and from childhood friendships, and you move on to different friendships, ones that might last longer, or just, that are for that time in your life. And so, I just feel like staying here would be better for me, I think. I think I would enjoy it more. I just would prefer to stay here. If I don't, if it doesn't work out, if that's not where God leads me to stay here, if He leads me to head back to Wichita, then, I'll head back to Wichita. There's plenty of things that I can do back there. So, we'll see. I've turned in my application to EPC. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to put in my application and maybe even get interviewed at Sprint Store tonight, and we'll see what happens. And now I'm going to focus on the road like I said I was going to last time, since I'm on the highway. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to keep talking to you guys. So I will stop talking and focus on staying alive. Okay, it's really late at night, so I have to be very quiet. I'm probably gonna have to adjust this or something so you guys can actually hear me. It's been a good day. I went into Wentzville after work to check on some stuff with the job at Sprint, and then I just hung out at Starbucks for a while, got some coffee, filled out some assessment test stuff for the Sprint job. Hopefully I'll hear back by the end of the week about an interview or anything like that. Got some reading done. I love hanging out at Starbucks and just reading, listening to music, drinking coffee. It's pretty fun. Then I came back and I hung out with the interns and watched a couple movies. Watched Spirit. Haven't watched that movie in a long time. The movie about the horse. The animated movie, DreamWorks. It was hilarious. Because Matt Damon narrates the horse. He narrates the part of Spirit, and so myself and one of the other guys kept making a joke about him being Jason Bourne or Jason Horse, because Matt Damon, Jason Bourne. Funny thing is they came out the same year as the first Jason Bourne movie. So yeah, that weird. It was great. So that happened, and now I'm going to go to bed. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.